A collar removed, a secret revealed, and a fight about to be happening in the next episode of Dragon Ball Daima. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, Brent here back for Geek Variants. Cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, Dragon Ball Daima, Episode 7, titled Collar. And I gotta say, it's about time we're finally getting to something substance related for this series, because I know Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z were all known for being a slow burn that eventually has some of the most phenomenal payoffs in most anime combined. Because look, we all remember where we were the first time Goku went Super Saiyan, right? You remember which house you're at, which floor you were sitting on, which chair you were ecstatically trying to lend your energy to him for the spirit bomb that took, 8 or 9 or 10 episodes to finally be delivered in what was supposed to be 5 minutes. Don't know how that works. But again, we all remember where we were, and hopefully Dragon Ball Daima is heading well on that way there. In this episode, we saw that Habis finally managed to make it to exactly where he was looking to go. He's looking to find the Z Warriors and help bring them back to the third demon realm. I don't know why he brought Bulma, but I guess there's probably going to be some kind of plot importance to her coming, because Vegeta and Piccolo, I absolutely understand. Piccolo at this point in time is basically our third strongest fighting member because Gohan is, an infant. And at this moment in time, we also have, Vegeta, who's going to be our plan 1B should Goku decide to muck things up or for whatever reason be on the toilet, because when isn't Goku on the can or eating? Seriously, it feels like this entire series has just been Goku alternating between eating and going to the bathroom and then being disrespectful to somebody, and then we're repeating the exact same process over and over and over again. Which, hey, as a content creator, it's okay, but at the same time, like, let's kind of skip to something entertaining, shall we? I think that's what all of us are genuinely hoping for. And we got kind of some more answers pertaining to what's been going on throughout this series. Pansy finally addressed something that I think all of us as fans wanted: the big secret, the big reveal. I can't believe that Goku is a parent, she states to him. Goku says, I wasn't really involved. Tell us something we didn't already know cumulatively. And I know people always speculate Goku's such a great dad for Gohan. He wanted what's best for him, he wanted to help him propel him forward and to help him succeed. Look, guys, if you brought your 5-year-old to an alien planet where you knew that there was a just a diabolical threat that could incinerate the entirety of the entire human or alien race that you are there with, and you brought your 5-year-old because you thought this would be great learning experience, I don't think being labeled as a great parent is going to go up there. On top of that, the next time we have a major threat, we decide to bring him and have him fight the main threat because, and I quote, I'm tired, knowing full well that your child is not ready to throw hands with anybody because, for all intents and purposes, he's a bit of a pacifist. Great option. Great plan. Great parenting. It's about time we finally address that elephant in the room that Goku is, in fact, just a terrible, terrible, uninvolved parent and has absolutely no business rearing children for any and all intents and purposes. But again, part of the blame has to go to Chi Chi for knowing full well who and what he is and still deciding, you know what, let's bring more of him into the world because that's what people need. Say what you will about Vegeta, he's actually there for his kids. That's kind of the big issue we've had pertaining to Goku forever. And as they're kind of mocking Goku and kind of just bringing up, I can't believe you're an actual adult. I can't believe responsibilities. I can't believe you raise kids. Which obviously he states, hey, I don't do most of those things. My wife kind of does them. We see the gendarmerie out in the distance, kind of scoping out the situation because of the collar that they were able to find Pansy. The collars basically work as trackers, and you're not going to be able to escape them for all intents and purposes. They pull them over. They pull a full on cop, pull you over. We're going to inspect your vehicle. They're not going to follow any protocols or procedures. They start just throwing things out, and they're just trying to look for Goku. Ultimately, they decide that, hey, Goku's not here, but at the same time, we're going to go ahead and take Pansy, which Glorio and Supreme Kai both are like, no, 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 this is not happening. You're not going to take our guide. You're not going to take our girl. This isn't happening. They decide to fight and win, and they're able to stop the Generator from taking her, albeit at the cost of their ship. In the whole muck and kerfuffle that ensued, your ship got just lit up as all get out and is no longer flyable. Luckily for them, some of the Gendarmerie that they knocked out weren't able to take the other ship of theirs that was faster and in better shape lying around the corner. So our gang's able to go ahead and, for all intents and purposes, just go ahead and take it because, well, no one really needs to worry about it. And then Pansy was able to get the security pin code, so they're able to go to the second demon world once they finished in the third demon world. Ultimately, they stop at this nice little inn, and people are kind of like discussing like what is going on here because we still have Tamagami number 3 waiting in the wings for Goku to finally fight. And they're just kind of addressing some basic questions like, hey, when was the last time this happened? Have you seen anything happen in Keeper? Like, what's the situation? And he lets them know, yeah, there was someone who was pretty zealous about 20 years ago. He had a pew pew with him, and he was definitely going to go out and go fight that Tamagami number 3, but he didn't last all of 20 minutes, and now he's no longer with us, bless his soul. So, of course, Goku, hearing this, being the person he is, gets not only excited about the prospect of that, but also decides, hey, I'm going to have a great meal right beforehand. I'm going to then use the restroom, and then I'm going to go be disrespectful to somebody because the series of events of Goku just continues to be. That's how his character arc is. That's the kind of individual person he is. So he decides to finish up his routine, and then all you have to do is walk up to this Tamagami and say, hey, I'm challenging you. I want your Dragon Ball. The Tamagami then decides to yell and scream at him as loud as it possibly can, which Goku then finds as rude. Goku, you've been yelling at everybody since you've been created as a character. It's just kind of been your thing. Yelling is sort of your character arc. I wouldn't really think you should pick a point with somebody about yelling right here, right now. But for all intents and purposes, he decided, hey, I'm going to challenge this Tamagami number 3 to fisticuffs. But again, with typical Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z or Super or anything like that, there's going to be a next time. The only thing that we're aware of pertaining to Tamagami number 3 currently is the fact that it is stated to be stronger than Dabura. Yes, even dead, Dabura is still catching L's from the creator. He was a demon king who ruled 3 demon realms, but then still got turned into candy by Majin Buu because the disrespect just needed to be there overall, even though he was giving Mystic Gohan a pretty decent run for his money for the time being. Dabura just keeps catching L's throughout this series. I kind of feel bad for him at a certain point. It just kind of seems the writers are now going out of the way just to dump on him. Will Goku get dumped on by Tamagami number 3? It looks like we have some exciting stuff right around the bend pertaining to the series. So be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You just listened to me rant for over 8 minutes. Clearly, there's something in the content you enjoy. As well, we have over 1,000 videos for you to go ahead and enjoy. I've been Brent for Geek Variants, covering Dragon Ball Daima, Episode 7, Caller. I'll see you in the next one.